From simple things like scooping mashed potatoes onto strangers' plates to washing a car in a bikini, Joe Gatto, so funny, has been making the world laugh for years.
Scoopski potato! You want the scoopski, you got potatoes. You want the scoopski, you got potatoes.
Twerk. Joe, dry heave.
What is he doing?
Your jaw
Go bigger,
can't
go
stop
bigger.
twitching.
There you go.
And now he's heading to Australia for a number of live comedy shows. And we are so pleased to say that the Impractical Jokers star joins us now from New York.
Joe!
Hey, Joe!
Hello, friends. How are you?
We are great, and we're so pumped that you're on the show. You've had us in stitches already. Can you believe that you can make a living out of just hanging out with your mates and making people laugh?
It was news to me, but I'm glad it panned out that way.
And you're coming down under, which we're really excited about. So tell us about these live shows.
Oh, it's, I'm doing my stand-up comedy tour, and my people that put this tour together said, hey, they might want you to come to Australia. And I was like, yes, please. I've always wanted to come since I was like 12 years old. It's been a bucket list item for me. So I'm super excited to come there and make people, laugh with my comedy hour.
So the hour of comedy you're going to do, how's that? Obviously, that's different because you're not doing practical jokes, I guess. So, what are the topics you like to discuss, Joe, when you're, doing stand-up now?
Well, first and foremost, my friends have always been such a big part of my life. So, of course, I tell stories about my relationships with the Jokers and things that have happened off camera. And just, growing up and know each other for over 30 years at this point, which is insane to say out loud. But then also I touch on things like all my adopted dogs. I run a rescue out here in New York, Gatto Pups and Friends, which helps senior dogs find homes. And there's lots of stories with all these senior dogs I've had. I'm a father of two, so my kids provide some silliness. And I also talk about growing up with a crazy Italian mother in my household and what she's done to me and the memories from her.
And you must have so many great stories. You've done some pretty outrageous dares over the years as well. What would you say is your most memorable?
Oh, well, breaking the tables with my body as the manager is one of my faves, which I believe you're showing right now, was always great. I love using my body as a weapon, so it's either that or like the genie. When I was the genie and they, strung me up and just made me knock everything down like a human wrecking ball. Yeah, there she is in all her glory. Look at that purple belly.
We've got our own Aussie spin-off of the Impractical Joker show. Is this part of you guys? Have you seen it yet?
I've heard about it. I haven't seen it, but it looks very on brand. I've played at Nentis multiple times, and we've seen these kinds of chairs before, and I'm hoping he's taking it to the ceiling because that's the only way to operate those things.
That's not dentistry.
Yeah,
if you go
I'm
to the
excited
ceiling.
I'm excited to check that out. Yeah,
Maybe you'll catch up when you're here in Australia.
I'd love that.
Yeah. You also co-host a podcast called Two Cool Mums with comedian Steve Byrne. Tell us about that. I mean, what's the meaning behind the name? Because you're obviously not mums.
Yeah, I mentioned that my mother, I grew up with, was always she was known for giving sound motherly advice, and I like to think that I have inherited that trait. So Steve and I are each other's confidants. So we spend the first half of the podcast just talking about anything and everything in our lives, comedy, growing up, our parents or our kids. And then the second half, we take fan-submitted dilemmas where we solve them for our fans, their problems, as best we can, which normally doesn't go great, but it's always funny.
Is there a best piece of advice or funniest piece of advice that your mom gave you?
My mom gave me, it was always to surround yourself with people that make you better. And I think that's very true.
Well, you know what? We cannot wait to have you here. We'll surround you with a bunch of Aussies here. Joe, great to see you, buddy.
Thank you so much. I can't wait to come down.
Yeah, can't wait to see you. Thanks, Joe.
For tickets to see Joe Gatto's Night of Comedy, head to livenation.com.au. It's going to be so good.
I have to get him here in the studio when he comes.
I know, right? So fun.
Hey there, Today fans. Sarah and...
What's my name again?
Oh my God, Carl.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel, though. Subscribe now for more news, special reports, and amazing Aussie stories.
And Carl misbehaving,
Whoa,
of course.
that never happens.
Always happens.
What's she talking about?